Hello everybody, here is Thursday's literacy lesson. So today we are, let me put myself somewhere out of the way, we're looking at our top sheets as usual for Meerkat Mail. So the purpose is to write a story about going on a journey. We're doing that for all of the children in Key Stage 1. And the context is how can we appreciate what we've got in our lives? We're going to find we've got apostrophes for omission, apostrophes for possession, some conjunctions, not many in our original text. We've got but and so. We're going to use exclamation marks, full stops, finger spaces, and of course, capital letters. Right, let's move on. So here is our spelling page for today. And I've continued with the days of the week because I think it's really important that you are able to spell them. So you can choose how you want to practice this. You can do your pyramid writing, or down at the bottom, I've got the ABC where you have a go at putting them into alphabetical order. Just a bit of a top tip, if you are doing the ABC, look carefully because you have two words which start with the same initial letter. You've got Saturday and Sunday. And in that case, you're going to have to look to the second letter in order to figure out which word comes first alphabetically. So then you'd be comparing A and U, and A comes before U in the alphabet. So if you're putting these words into alphabetical order, you would write Saturday and then Sunday. Okay, so pause here and have a go at practicing your spellings. Okay, everybody, so we are going to do a little bit of grammar now. And I've got some words which we are familiar with. We have used these a lot during the course of the year. I'm just going to explain them to you again, just to check your understanding. So we've got an adjective. So an adjective is a descriptive word. So you might have a colour, you might have an adjective as a word. You could have one that describes size of something. A verb is a doing word, so something that you can actually physically do. So walk, talk, run. Nouns are names of objects and places. A proper noun is the name of a person or a place, and they're quite special. Can you remember why? That's right, proper nouns have to have a capital letter. And conjunctions are those little small words quite often which help to join sentences together. So I have got three sentences here, and we are going to have a go at unpicking them and working out which different parts of speech we have got in them. So I'll start by reading them to you, and then you can pause the video and see if you can work out what you've got, and then I'll go over it for you. So the first sentence says, Sunny lives in the Kalahari Desert. Oh, I've noticed a problem with that. Oh my goodness me. We need to have a capital letter for Kalahari Desert. And I wonder if you can tell me why. Second sentence is Sunny comes from a large family. And then we've got he packs his suitcase and writes his family a note. So pause there and have a go at working out what we've got. And then I'll get my highlighters and go over it with you. Okay, how did you get on? So I am going to start by pointing out the proper nouns. So proper nouns are going to be highlighted in red. They're the names of people and places. So we need Sunny. He needs a capital letter. He's a person. And Kalahari Desert. Oh, I was so naughty. I hadn't even written those in myself. Oh dear. That's a place. Then we've got Sunny in here as well. Okay, so they are the proper nouns. Right, let's change the colour of our highlighter. We've got blue. So let's have the verbs. So every sentence needs to have a verb in it in order for it to make sense. So we've got lives, we've got comes, we've got packs, and we've got writes, because that is what he does. Okay, we might be able to spot some more nouns next. Could do with a different colour. I wonder if you can see the colour of my pen. Okay, let's have that kind of a blue colour. So we are looking just for nouns. So in the second sentence, we have family and suitcase and family and then note. Those are all nouns. And have we got any adjectives? Let's have a look. We need a different colour pen again. It's kind of lilac. So there aren't very many ENPs in our story Meerkat Mail, but we've got one here. We've got large family. So that's an expanded noun phrase. And so large is an adjective. And then one last thing we're looking for is a conjunction. So let's try and we've got grey. So we've only got one in our final sentence. He packs his suitcase and he writes his family a note. I hope you managed to spot them all when you were doing this at home. Okay, let's move on. So we are going to have a look at a little bit of a video in a moment, and we're going to see if we can make some adjective phrases to describe the meerkat. So I just need to pause a second whilst I open up the video for you to watch. Have a piece of paper to hand and see what adjectives you can think of to describe this meerkat's appearance, so what he looks like. So just let me pause and open that next video. Cheeky, aren't they, those meerkats? Right, I'm going to pause again and jump back into the flip chart, so just bear with me. Okay, so we should be back in the flip chart again. Right, so I hope you managed to get some really good descriptions of what those meerkats looks like. I'm going to share with you some of the ideas that I came up with. So let me move these bits of boxes out of the way. So I've got that they've got dark black circles around their eyes. That's a really special adaptation with meerkats because it helps to reflect the light from the sun. They've got long, thin tails, sharp, pointed teeth, strong hind legs. So that word hind means their back legs because they're standing up tall so often. They've got coarse fur. So that means it's really thick. And a bit wiry would be another really good adjective we could add in there. Let's add that in. Wiry, coarse fur. And then I've got that they've got a sensitive nose because they've got a very good sense of smell. Okay, let's move on. So now let's think about what Sunny's personality is like. So these are some words which I've come up with. I wonder if you agree with me or not. So I think he's very curious. He wants to see the wider world. He's adventurous, definitely, because he sets off on his adventure. He's fairly restless. He doesn't like to be in one place for too long. He's brave. He goes places and he's a little bit scared. Remember when we say he's scared of the dark? He's a very brave meerkat. And another word for being brave is courage. So I've put he's courageous. Then these last two reflect Sunny more at the end of the story because he's thankful and grateful because he realises he does love his family and he's thankful for what he has got. Okay, let's move on. So here is your task for today. So I've got an outline of a meerkat and I would like you to write 4 adjectives to describe what Sunny looks like. So they're going to go around your meerkat. And 4 adjectives to describe his personality. You might want in your book to fold your page in half and write personality and appearance at the top of each page and have a go at listing your adjectives. So in total, you'll be thinking of 8 adjectives. Okay, let's move on to the gold. So your gold challenge is to put those adjectives into sentences. So we're turning our adjectives into expanded noun phrases to describe what Sunny looks like. So for example, Sunny has dark black circles around his eyes. That is my full sentence. And I'll just get the highlighter to highlight. So my dark black circles around his eyes, that was my fragment. Those were the expanded noun phrase I had to describe Sunny's appearance, but I've put it into a complete sentence. And then here is your checklist. So please check you've got capital letters, full stops, and your expanded noun phrase. And then moving on to your platinum challenge is to write 3 sentences to describe Sunny's personality. Use the conjunction so that you can explain your opinion. So for example, Sunny is adventurous because he leaves his home and goes travelling. And I'll get my highlighter again. And there is my conjunction for you. Oops, my highlighting's a bit wobbly, I am sorry. And again, would you please be so kind as to check that you've got capital letters, full stops, and expanded noun phrases. Okay, we are very much looking forward to your work appearing on Dojo. And take care, everybody. Well done.